Hello, everybody. We are live. How are you all doing tonight? Oh boy. Did I have a fun day today? I've had a very fun day today. Give me a couple seconds here, okay? I got to put on my gloating coals, okay? Because I'm gonna gloat a little bit over some really stupid people. All right. Some drama that we went through in the past, and turns out that one of them is gone now, and one of them has issued an apology to my good friend, and it's really fucking funny. So I have to inhale in the victory. By the way, I'll tell you in a second, Sen. Sen, I sent you a link. Come on. I saw somebody in the chat earlier. Here we go. It's iJazzer. Buddy, are you still in the chat? Because I had a couple questions for you on your recent video. But actually, you know what? I'll let you all know. First off, Sammy Vapor Studios has been yeeted off of YouTube. All right. Now, some people are saying, Crow, you shouldn't celebrate somebody having their account taken away from them. And normally you would be right. Except you got to hear me out. Sammy Vapor Studios is a fucking moron who shared hentai with minors in his Discord server, including one who told me was 14, and he continued to send them, naughty images. Oh my god, I poisoned the damn bastard. Gosh, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch this, and it's like this little Larvitar is wiping out my team. Fucking prick. Oh, there we go. Jesus. Fucking thing was destroying me. Even took out my little paper man. Give me some seconds. I got some revives out here. Do. Yeah, so Sammy Vapor Studios is this weird guy, right? And in the past, he had some beef with Steve, because Steve gets into beef with everybody. Anyways, he started talking shit about us because we started talking shit about him for talking shit about Steve. Sammy then starts doing videos, being a prick, right? And we're like, okay, well, come on, we'll talk, right? But he wouldn't do that. He instead he like does a video that's like a minute long or like 30 seconds long, making fun of Aura of all people, Aura, who's the nicest one out of all of us, right? And then he goes into Repzilla's Discord server, because Repzilla, who also doesn't like me very much, started bringing in all these people who would just talk all this shit about us, right? And I think we had to like tag him on Twitter, right? And let him know that he had somebody in his server that had spread NSFW images to children willingly, right? After being told that they were like, children, we had to show him the screenshots of it. And then Repzilla banned the guy, but also made sure to block me on Twitter. I don't like Repzilla very much because he's kind of a moron. If I find a Murkrow, I will catch it and put it on the team. If I find a Murkrow, I will catch it and put it on the team. 100%. It needs to be set on fire. All right. I wasn't paying attention to chat, so let me catch up with you guys. Jazzer is still in the chat. Alpha Russ, how you doing, buddy? Okay. The fake CallMeCarson account is in here. So we have that. You guys are clowning. Like Repzilla. Okay, Jazzer, if you wanted an invite on, I want to talk about your video, and ask you a couple of questions. And I wanted to, if I could possibly have you in here to go over it, because I have some questions for you. But I did want to watch your video with the chat here. So if you're cool with that, let me know. Yes. Do you have a Twitter or like a Discord or something? Or you just want to like just answer from the chat? Because whatever you're good with, I'm fine. Well, I was going to invite you on here because I wanted to just talk to you directly. It's iJazzer. Okay. I'll send you a link here. Just give me a couple seconds. All right. Twitter at it's. Do you have a simple Twitter account? Because I should have probably just looked for that. I'm gonna hit you with the follow and send you a message. All right, check your Twitter DMs. You have a link to the Streamlabs. I should have probably just checked for its iJazzer, and it probably would have picked up pretty quickly. Murkrow is a dark and flying type, and Haunch Crow is its evolution. And I have a dusk stone, so if I catch her a Murkrow, I can evolve it right away. Actually, this game's kind of broken, right? Because the mover learner will teach your Pokemon moves without needing like a heart scale or anything. And the Pokemon that evolved by stones have their entire move sets as soon as they evolve. So you can just go to the mover learner. Actually, let me show you something really quick. Let me get through this. So like at level 10 with this guy here, I had all of its best moves. I had all this at level 10. Icicle Crash, Headbutt, Crunch, and Ice Shard. And I evolved it's actually one of my best Pokemon, this Roserade, right? As soon as I evolved, I had Petal Blizzard and Petal Dance and Toxic. So I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking broken. So yeah, those are my best Pokemon. And as you can see, I have a hoverboard like I'm in Back to the Future. So I'm waiting for Yokai Watch is not better. Shut up. It's not better. Okay, so while we're waiting for iJazzer to come in, I hope you guys all saw this today, right? I hope you all saw it today, but let's here we go. Burger King was in a little bit of a controversy. Jazzer, how you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I'm in my living room because my internet's better.
Okay. Okay, so I had a question for you, right?
Go ahead, go for it.
Okay, so that Sam account, and this is the thing. I saw it tweet out about a day before it started with the calling out everybody and saying that they had lied and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
They were arguing that, they had never given consent, and, they didn't care that CallMeCarson was called these names because, they only wanted a relationship with Carson. They didn't want to do lewd things with Carson, and that's all Carson did. And, he deserved to be called out, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I sat there and I said, that sounds like Sam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the way that they had first come out. And so when I saw it, I tweeted about it. I was like, this is, clearly this is what I've been saying from the start. Well, then they delete all those tweets and then start making statements calling out Keemstar and all these people, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, this seems a little bit too, you know what I mean, right? It's a total fucking exactly 180.
And I can understand your perspective 100% because when I was going into it, I had the same thoughts, the same perspective as well. And I really needed to know for myself. So I went ahead and I contacted Sam, and not knowing if it's the real her or not, because she really didn't give me any proof that it was her other than the username matched. I was very skeptical as well. But with talking to her and her just the way she talked to me and the way her words flowed in the conversation, it seemed like her. It didn't seem like a troll. It didn't seem like she was trying to just say a bunch of shit to get it out there as fast as she could, just for attention. It seemed like she legitimately was in a situation. And when I picked up on this, I was like, okay, well, this very well could be her. And then I asked her to come on the channel to prove herself to everybody, so that way people can have they can believe what she's saying is true, you know, so they can hear her voice, see her face, understand that this is her, that it is real. And then out of nowhere, she deactivates her account, reactivates it with a different name, and that's it. And she had said to me that somebody was threatening her to keep her mouth shut. And when she replied to me, I got so excited I had to make a video on it. And I think my video probably had something to do with her deactivating her account. I think somebody, if you don't know, just recently, right now, Killer Keemstar replied to my video that had maybe 2,000 views. And he said, this whole video is BS. This whole video, it's not the real Sam. It's not this. And don't you think that's a little suspicious for a 5 million subscriber channel to come at me, a 4,000 subscriber channel with 2K views on my video, and say that? Isn't that a little suspicious? I mean, doesn't he have better things to do with his life?
Well, no, first off, no, he doesn't.
yeah.
Oh, Murkrow is in the game. Okay, I'm gonna catch it. Okay, look, no, it doesn't, and no, he doesn't. Because he's okay. Keemstar is a very petty person, so like I tweeted at him, and it wasn't even that harsh. I said, like, look, Keemstar is the guy who fucked up the Brawadis, the Anthony Brawadis situation, right? And had people on his channel that basically laughed about a sexual assault claim, right? Or something of that nature, right? And the girls later came out and like their friend said, "Oh, we made the whole thing up." They were on like Anthony's video, like their friend was saying, like they made the whole thing up so you get on Drama Alert. And then they later came out and said, Keemstar had given them the statements to make, right? Now, he took the video down, which is good, But I said, like, given that he's already been outed, or at least accused of, making up drama, I said, like, I'm not going to believe it unless he has, like, hard evidence, right? He instantly hit block. Like, no, like, you're a fucking idiot, nothing. He just, like, quickly hit the fucking block button. I was like, oh, okay. You're very fucking petty. And in the situation with this, like, Dream and John Swan situation, right? Like, he kept it under wraps that John Swan had admitted to it, and there were screenshots of it, right? Didn't tell anybody. So these other guys could look like fucking morons by defending him because he's got beef with the commentary channels. That's the type of person Keemstar is, right? So when you tell me, like, would he really be that petty to comment on a channel with like 2K? He would. He absolutely would. He does not have anything better than do to like fucking troll around on YouTube. That's Keemstar. But as far as like the person making threats towards Sam account and everything, like I'd believe it if I could actually see something, because I don't like anyone when they come out and make a statement. Oh, I've been threatened and I have to disappear. I've been threatened and I'm going under all this harassment. I like to actually see it first, right? Yeah. I'm not saying it's happening, right? Because there are some fucking degenerates out there, right?
Yeah.
But I thought it was weird too, because when like the Sam account was out, right, they started to like tag me on Twitter, right, when I was streaming. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird for me because I was like ripping them a new one, right? And all of a sudden they're like watching my stream, telling me I'm doing such a good job, and I'm like, yeah, I don't. It's setting off a red flag for me. And did they show you any screenshots of anybody like harassing them or anything of that nature?
Okay, so here's the thing. The way I tried to have the conversation with Sam, I wanted her to feel like she was in a safe place so she could open up as much as she could to me. And in doing that, she did open up, I would say, more than she would normally to another person. She did not send me any type of proof of her being threatened, any type of proof that it was legitimately her. I kept asking her, here's my number, call me, come onto the YouTube channel, just make your own video, do something to prove to people that it's you so your statements can be taken seriously. Right now, everybody's counting on you and you look illegitimate because you're not proving that it's you. And in a sense, I mean, it can go both ways. You can see this as her trying to protect herself if her threats are real. But then again, you can see it as, oh, she, like you said, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of where I am with it, because they said the same thing to me, that they're being put under pressure, that they got a target on their back. Like, they said the same statement to me that night, right? And I was like,
Uh-huh.
show me something, nothing, right? I said, well, come on, give your statement. You're in a friendly audience and everything. No one's going to jump down your throat, but like at least let people hear it in your own words. And their response was like, no, I have a target on my head and all this stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
believe me, I'm sure your video has definitely gotten a lot of attention on it, right? But I don't think that your videos where those statements come from, because they were already making those statements that they were being, threatened and everything. So that's the part where it's like, it's setting off a red flag for me. They're not showing anything to back up that they're a real Sam. Now, I've had people tell me that, they, it's not possible to take over the username of an account that's been deactivated for like 3 months, right? Like it's a time frame. I don't know.
I heard of that.
I don't know if that's true or not, because I don't know how Twitter works in that aspect.
I don't know either, and now a lot of people are, making accusations that it is false. That they can't take over Sam account, or it's not true, or it's true, and hackers and all this bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna have to go and really look at the whole Twitter, how everything works, so that way, in a future video, I can explain and have pictures, prove everything about Twitter, and so they can understand it. Well, it is a possibility they hacked her, or it's not a possibility they hacked her, stuff like that. Right now, it's
I wouldn't say hacked. I mean, it's possible somebody just took over the username when it became available. And don't get me wrong, like let's say it's fake, right? I was fooled by it too at first. Like I was definitely fooled by it at first if it is fake, right? But the problem is there's no way of verifying it's fake or it's real. I will admit it looks more suspicious to me, right? Just because the way that's going on about how, there's these threats and everything, and that's why I can't come forward, but I am coming forward and making these statements, but also have a target on my head. That's why I can't like give a verbal statement or show my face or anything. Like don't get me wrong. It's like your face is already out there. I could understand why you feel like you're even worse, right? If you made further statements, but something about it is just, it's setting off these red flags for me, right? And I don't know if you're feeling the same way, but that's why I want to talk to you, because I don't have any issues with your video. I thought it was a good video, right? Because all you're saying is like, this person's claiming to be Sam and they're making these statements, but yeah, I mean, something seems wrong, right?
Yeah, something definitely seemed wrong. Yeah, something definitely seemed wrong to me, especially my channel. Like, look, think about it. My channel, right? I dogged on Sam. Like, one of my most viewed videos is me saying Sam is lying, right?
Yeah.
And I reach out to her, and then one day she replies. I was like, well, either I'm the luckiest man in the entire world, or this is too good to be true. And that immediately raised a red flag for me as well. I really just tried to understand her point. Like, I set the conversation up to see her language, to see the way she was talking, to see the way, the person behind this account was going to interact, and to see if they seemed legit or seemed illegitimate. And the way that they talked, it seemed like they were legit. I don't know if they were putting on an act, if this was the real Sam, maybe this wasn't, maybe this was somebody else took the account, but everything seemed legit for me. So I hit the green light to make the video.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, right? Like, all is it's someone claiming to be Sam using that account name. The alt account's been deactivated. Sam never came across to me as a very stable person. I'm not trying to be insulting there. I just mean like, they're very questionable in the way that they behave and the way that they act, right?
Yeah.
So it's to me, it could still be Sam, because Sam's never come across to me as a very stable person, right? And I do think it's legitimate to say like, they wanted a relationship with Carson, because you can see that in those messages, and Carson was not interested in that in the slightest, right?
Yeah.
Carson wanted one thing, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him for wanting that one thing, especially when that person is willing to give it, right?
Yeah.
But
and that's also another thing. People, I guess, got confused when Sam said that Carson did not groom her. Carson did not, I guess you could say, take advantage of her or force her to do anything, that it was consensual. But that still doesn't change the fact that Carson did receive those pictures from an underage girl.
Yeah. No, and that's true. My thing is, I remember at the time, because we're going to talk about the Carson situation now. At the time, I said it was really stupid to have that stance, right? Because people are saying like they don't have issues with the relationship between someone who is 19 and 17 because it's literally high school age consent where they both live is 16, right? So people are going like, oh, we don't have any issues with that relationship, right?
Yeah.
But you can't share images between each other. I'm like, okay, hold on, right? Do you not understand how teenagers work, right? Especially when you're talking about someone who's 19 and 17. And to my understanding, like Sam was 17, turning 18 in a few months. I'm not saying like, look, if Carson was older, I would definitely take issues with that. But I expect those two to behave like horny fucking teenagers. I'm not. I just found it weird to have the stance of, well, I'm okay with them being in a relationship, but also they have to pretend like it's the fucking 1800s and get parents' permission to do all this stuff. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Like, kids don't behave that way, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just the way that social media is and the way that people just want to cancel other individuals for simply the reason of canceling them. Whether it's a little bit morally wrong, they'll turn it into maybe the worst entire thing that you've ever heard of in your entire life. And that's what happened to Carson. I mean, you've seen the Drama Alert video. Literally, Keemstar painted Carson as, the P word. You know what I mean?
Well,
he literally said that. Continue.
His friends did that to him, right? Because like when his friends went on Drama Alert, they acted like they had no clue what the age of the individuals involved were. We found out now that it was 17. When people found that out, they're like, what are you talking about? Like, I thought Carson was like 20 something, right? I thought these girls were like 13 or something, right?
Yeah.
But his friends were out there making it sound like, the worst possible thing in the world. And we found out later that they did know the age of the girl, right? And they flat out lied about it because Carson informed them, right? I'm like, nobody is going out there and like saying, oh, well, you can't have, 19 and 17. And then they turned it into, oh, it's a power dynamic. Yeah, YouTubers shouldn't date anybody that watches their content. And I was like, has anyone like really thought that one through? Like, like every single relationship becomes immoral from a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
And people like, I point out, like, then the situation with PewDiePie and his wife, there was a power dynamic and PewDiePie groomed his wife. And they go, no, PewDiePie was a much smaller YouTuber. I was like, yeah, so was fucking Carson at the time. Right? Like, so either way, it doesn't work out. I don't know.
An important point, kind of a little different. I reached out to Noah Hugbox. I noticed he was streaming today. And so I went on there as my account as it's iJazzer, right? And I started asking him questions in his stream. He maybe only had like 30, 50 viewers at the time. It was very early in the stream. So I asked him questions and he had no choice but to answer them. So he did. And I asked him, Sam, CallMeCarson, the alleger, is trying to come in contact with you. What are your thoughts? And Noah said, Sam, who is Sam? I do have no idea who Sam is. And I thought that was, I thought that was very suspicious. And then, because Sam had told me that she was trying to come, the account holder of Sam, that Twitter account, told me that she was trying to come in contact with Noah. And that Noah Noah knew something, or no, before she could come onto the It's iJazzer channel and have an interview, she needed to come in contact with Noah first. I thought that was really weird, so I went and I reached out to Noah on his Twitter. On his Twitch, and asked him. And he said he didn't even know Sam, and I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you that makes no sense. To say like, oh, well, this person needs to, I have no clue who this person is. Oh, wait, first off, she needs to reach out to me. It's like, if you don't know who she is, you say you don't know who she is, right? But like, that doesn't make any sense. It literally makes no sense. So I don't know, like, look, I think that they clearly know who Sam is, right? And to say otherwise, I think it's total fucking bullshit, right?
Yeah.
If he had said, I don't know who that individual is, in terms of like, I've never spoken with Sam, I don't know anything about this person. If they want to reach out to me, they can reach out to me here. But say like,
he literally said, "Who is Sam? Who is Sam?" I was just like, Jesus Christ. So it's and that happening with Noah, I was like, well, that's very suspicious. Now it leads me to believe that this account from Sam could actually be legitimate, because I mean Noah replied in this very shady, suspicious way. Sam saying she's trying to contact him. Noah is full of shit, saying that he doesn't even know who Sam is, and the whole chat is talking about CallMeCarson. So obviously he knows, the whole context of this conversation. And just to say, I don't know who Sam is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, there's no way that he doesn't know who Sam is, right?
Yeah.
Because the Carson situation is still pretty fresh, right? In terms of
Somewhat.
this did not happen last year, right?
Yeah. I thought it died down though, to be honest, because I hadn't heard anything. And Jazzer, you were gone for like a month, weren't you? What the fuck happened to you?
Yeah, it died. So what happened is it died down, and I realized, well, there's not much information. Like I literally squeezed a lot. Like people say I milk my content, and it's true that I do. I milk the content in this Call Me Carson situation. But in doing that, I found that we figured out so many things. Think about Narrator. Before Narrator got accused to be, a P word, I was on his ass saying, well, there's loopholes in his story, the way he's acting, the way he has these diseases. This could affect, what he's doing with this. It could affect that. And then look what he turned out to be. And so I just kept that mentality going through every single.
Wait. Did you just say, look what he turned out to be?
Hey, said, look, because he got really fucking mad at me because I said I thought he was a pedo, right? And I'd said, clearly, that's my opinion. If you keep getting involved in situations with people that you know are minors, you share explicit content with minors, you get told that there are minors in your Discord server where you like to share, NSFW images. When you got a minor running a Discord server who says they had to keep asking you to stop and they were forced to make a channel, right? And you would at first you say it's all fake, and then you turn around and say, well, I mean, it's kind of true, but I don't know. I'm just gonna say to me it's very
no. Nicholas Diorio was right. Fucking Discord is get rid of that shit. He was right. Yeah.
I'm not getting rid of my Discord, but that's because I'm hardly on there. And the people in there know that if they share those images, they get yeeted immediately, if it ever happened. So my chat's pretty good about letting me know what's going on.
Yeah. Let me think. So the Narrator thing happened, and I was like, okay, well, all I did was I was on Narrator's ass. You were on Narrator's ass. Every small commentary, or I guess drama channel you call it, was on Narrator's ass. And look what we found out. So I was like, okay, so obviously there's loopholes in this because we just found this out about Narrator. Okay, so obviously there's going to be probably maybe more little holes in this whole story. So I was like, okay, I'm going to keep pushing it. I'm going to keep pushing it. I'm going to keep pushing it. I'm going to keep making videos, getting traction. And now I reached out to Sam, and look what's happening. Drama Alert commented on that video. Noah saying she doesn't know Sam. Things are escalating because I'm pushing this topic so much in their faces, forcing them to reply, and it's working. So
yeah,
I mean
I would definitely say that is very true, right? The more you talk about it, the worse it gets, because look, there are a lot of holes in the situation with Carson, right? There's a lot of shit there that I've said from the start, and I've repeated it multiple times, doesn't add up, right? The shit where they try to go the friends who go on to Drama Alert lying about knowing the age of the girls involved, because when you say that he's talking to underage girls and you go, I don't even know the ages of these girls, people were speculating in Drama Alert at the time, right? Oh, you could be talking to girls as young as 13, all this shit, right? Then later it comes out because I think it was Jay Schlatt's video where he says, oh, the girls were 17, and I'm so disgusted by it. People are like, wait, what? Carson's 19 and they were 17, and you're like, that's literally fucking high school. Most of us who didn't grow up on fucking line know that high schoolers get in those relationships, right? And there's nothing wrong with a 19 and a 17-year-old. Then it turned into the argument of, oh, he had CP. But then it turns out, well, it's on Snapchat. Those images get deleted. And if you're going to say you don't have an issue with these two being in a relationship, you got to know that they're going to exchange those types of images with each other, right? And that's and you got Slimesicle fucking saying, I contacted the FBI and the FBI didn't do shit because that's not what they're there to do, right? They're not there to shut down a relationship between a 19 and 17-year-old, especially when in both of their states, age of consent is 16, and they're both consenting to what's going on, right?
Yep.
And it's like the more you dig into it, the more you realize the whole thing was fucking manufactured. And the people who push it the hardest either continue to say that it was like he's exchanging images with minors with no fucking context of how old Sam was, or the people who know everything about it and continue to push it argue power dynamic. I don't care about the relationship, the ages in the relationship, but it's a power dynamic between a major YouTuber and a fan, and that's wrong. Like, I don't know, but like nobody is making an honest argument of an issue with a 19 and a 17-year-old, right?
Yeah.
And if you want, and if people try to like argue, well, he literally has CP on his computer, it's like, no, because like someone sends you an image on Snapchat, it deletes it right away, right? And maybe there's some issues with Snapchat. Maybe there's some issues with Snapchat, but like so, I don't know.
Let me think. Going back to Keemstar, I made a video on Drama Alert's video saying that the way he portrayed Carson was horrible. He portrayed Carson to be a Minecraft YouTuber. He said that Carson's a Minecraft YouTuber, has now had sexual interactions with his audience, young fans, because if you're a Minecraft YouTuber, your audience is young. So they're damn, so these kids must be really young. These must be like 10, 11, 12-year-olds. Never says the ages that are actually the age that the girl was, Carson was sexting. And then Noah and Travis come on and say that, what do they say? They say that he's not a pedo. And then that's kind of their argument. Well, Drama Alert, he was a good platform. Noah said that he wasn't a pedo. Yeah, but Keemstar, literally the entire video said that Carson was. You see the problem with this. I'm trying to explain to you. This looks very, very, it's horrible on Keemstar's part. And it looks very, very, very skeptical. It just doesn't seem right at all.
No, it's not right at all. And the thing about the Drama Alert too, right? He did another Drama Alert talking about another individual, right? Who, and he goes like, we have another person involved in a CallMeCarson situation. It's like, dude, you are such a piece of shit. You are such a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, if fucking Keemstar is engaged with a 17-year-old, yeah, that's wrong, right? That's fucking wrong, because Keemstar is like 30-something years old, right?
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, he's quite a bit older, right?
Yeah.
But like, you're talking about a 19-year-old, and you're literally trying. And the thing is, I remember when Keemstar was on Shot from the Point, right? And he's trying to the French girl interview, right? The French girl interview that he suddenly doesn't want to release, right? Carson's a fucking terrible person. He wants to make sure that he protects the audiences of all these people, but also he's got this fucking interview with this French girl who is in a relationship with Pyrocynical. It's going to expose Pyrocynical as a pedo, right? But he's keeping that under wraps for literally months because he's going to wait for Pyrocynical to come forward on his own, right? That's Keemstar, the most dishonest fucking person on the platform, right? But you got this motherfucker who's on Shot from the Point, and at the time he's on Shot from the Point, it gets pointed out to him from like Tommy, Diorio, all these people. They go like, look, no one's going to care about a situation between an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old, right? Because literally that's a high school relationship. And he goes, oh, well, yeah. But now he's trying to make this whole big fucking deal about a 19-year-old and 17-year-old. And the thing is, his audience eats it up and buys it because when it was presented to them, they literally thought it was so much fucking worse. And most of them have not educated themselves at all. They just say, Carson the pedo, and just repeat it nonstop. And if you say, dude, it's a 19, 17-year-old, no, he's a pedo. You're defending a fucking child abuser. Like, that's the fucking mental... I want to say like that. That's literally the fucking mental retardation of the entire fucking Drama Alert audience who become the fucking pedophile hunters.
Yeah, that's like typical. Like, that's the typical casual audience, though, honestly. They don't really look deep into things. They just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's good. That's pretty shitty, actually. But, you know, I mean, what can you do?
I find it hilarious that he's like clowning on the fucking guys over the fucking Dream and John Swan situation. Meanwhile, this piece of shit is literally fucking hiding this interview that he says will expose Pyrocynical, right? And his audience is just like, yeah, Keemstar, you got him. Like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, not only that, but he was trying to go ahead and pull this thing where he can make Augie and them look like they already knew about the Swan thing for a long time. So he's tried that shit, right? But it didn't work, thank God. So.
That's what a piece
but
of
that's
shit
what
that
he's
guy is.
Yeah, that's what he'll go to those lengths just to make those guys look bad. I mean, I give it up to him. He's probably like the biggest guy that does that. I know smaller people do that all the time because they can get away with it. Keemstar can kind of get away with it too, right? Because he's big. But
well, I mean, how many situations Keemstar legitimately fucked up? I'm not talking about like he's made a mistake here and he corrected himself. I'm talking about like he accused that old man of being a fucking pedo, right? Because he looked like somebody else. Like that's how badly Keemstar screws up situations.
Yeah. Man,
this whole thing turned into ripping on fucking Keemstar. Like I swear to God, anytime he opens his fucking mouth, I'm like, he tried to defend someone like sharing revenge porn and said, well, no, I mean, it's not really revenge porn. That wasn't the purpose of it. He was trying to expose them for being a racist because they said the N-word. And I was like, dude, Keemstar, you are literally on video using the N-word, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to say that it's okay to share a fucking pornography without people's consent because they said the N-word in it, and that's exposed, like, are you literally saying that you're a racist because you literally said the N-word on fucking video, right?
Yeah.
Like, you've literally fucking done that, dude. I think the problem is Keemstar like gets involved in so much shit, he forgets, and he knows his audience is just going to excuse him regardless of what it was.
Yeah, that's just how it is. I mean, that's I've come to understand that in the world in general, YouTube included, obviously, there's just ways that things are, and that's just how it is, and you have to deal with it because the fight to put up to stop it is just too much invested in your time. Like, you invest so much of your time to try to make something better, try to make something the correct way it should be. Even if you have the truth, even if you have proof, people just don't want to go that route. They would rather have all this drama, have all of this. It's entertaining for them. It's what they live off of. So they don't give a fuck what you have to say. Oh, this is the better way. This is what should be done. They don't care. It's sad, and that's just the way it is.
I mean, no, that's very true. Like, they just don't care. Like, they'll accuse people, they'll ride them, they'll fucking make all these statements. Like, Keemstar is like riding the fucking line on a lot of this shit, right? The James Charles stuff, right? I was clowning on Repzilla, right? Because Repzilla is fucking out there talking about actual fake allegations against James Charles as proof that James Charles gets involved in so much shit. And I'm like, the first two he mentions were largely fucking debunked, right? In the sense that, like, those people came forward and said that they fucking lied, right? And then he fucking brings up Jeffree Star and talking about like, oh, even Jeffree Star's got so much on the guy, but we shouldn't really trust. I was like, yeah, because Jeffree Star has falsely accused so many fucking people. It's like using I'm Alex as a fucking source, right? But you got Keemstar out there talking about how James Charles needs to immediately be put in prison. It doesn't matter what he knew. He needs to go to jail. I'm like, that is such a fucking amoral fucking stance. Say you don't care if someone knows what they did was wrong. You want to see them in handcuffs and put in prison. Like that to me is like, I can understand the sentiment. I understand you probably think what you're saying is like a good thing to say, but like you don't get to fucking demand people go to fucking prison when they don't know that they've done anything wrong. Like that's jumping the fucking shark, right? Like
yeah.
The laws are purposefully like as broad as possible because they don't want people to weasel out, right? It's not there so you can punish people. Because like when we talk about like the James Charles situation, that kid has people coming forward that have him on Snapchat, that have images that kid sent them from Snapchat saying he lies about his age, right? He's done it to blackmail people and get shit out of them before, right? So I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that means the people accusing the kid are right. What I'm saying is you should do a hell of a lot better job in trying to explore the situation and get the truth out there. But no, his audience is like fucking faps it to the idea of exposing fucking pedophiles. They don't care if they're right. They don't care if they're wrong. And look, I look at fucking what's his face. I know I'm jumping off a bunch of different tangents and shit, But look at fucking Chris fucking Hansen, right? He was so thirsty to expose people. One of the episodes they did was on a fucking 17-year-old, and that shit could not be aired. And then he fucking tries to put it up on YouTube. It was like exposing a fucking 17-year-old of being a fucking pedophile. I'm like, what? Like, but that's how fucking stupid this shit is.
Well, anytime you expose a pedophile, you get like social points, you get like hero point, and you're looked at like some big hero and shit, and then your credibility goes up and your, you know, popularity goes up. I think that's why most people do it. I don't think they actually give a shit.
No.
At all. I think they're just like literally just doing this for social points to climb. That's literally it. Like, I don't see any way that a majority of these people are just doing this to be good. I just don't.
Well, I mean, someone said like maybe Repzilla would DM a minor. Look, Repzilla should not be saying things like every victim should come forward regardless of the evidence, and they should all be listened to and believed. Because like, there's a girl, right, that Repzilla accused of being a stalker, right, who says like, no, I didn't stalk him. We were talking. He wanted me to come visit him. He didn't want to tell me exactly where he was. He only told me his town. I found out where he lived because he told me the town where he was in and the gym he goes to. And so I found out he was in this trailer park. I didn't want to go visit him in a trailer park. And so the fucker then says, she's a stalker. She's harassing me. All this shit, right? And I'm like, don't get me wrong. Like, she's accusing you with just as much fucking evidence as you're saying is acceptable, right, to go out and crucify other people with. But the only problem with that is Repzilla got exposed by Primink like over a year ago of accusing a YouTuber of being a fucking stalker. He jumps to that fucking claim to destroy people. He did it to the Marcy show where he accused Marcy of being a stalker and doxing him because he used a photo that Repzilla sent him to use, but used it in a way that Repzilla didn't approve of. Like what? like what? Like, what the fuck? That's the level of fucking stupid we're in. That's literally the level of fucking stupid we're in. I'm like, if you're okay with people just using that shit against people, I'm okay with saying, well, I guess that you did actually harass this girl and yeet her off the fucking, like, she deleted herself from the fucking internet because the harassment she was getting from his audience, in her words. But why wouldn't I believe her? She presented just as much fucking evidence as you're saying is acceptable to use against people, which is literally fucking none. It's her own fucking word against his word. But I will say this, only one of them has falsely accused people and had to apologize for falsely accusing people of being fucking stalkers. And that would be Repzilla. So make that what you fucking will. I'm just like all over the place tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm like all over the fucking place.
It's all good, man. It's keeps things interesting. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it $1.50. You know what I mean? Only very dedicated fans will get that joke because I'm actually. you see the logo I have sporting right now. I don't know if you know who this is, but this is the legendary Optimus. And I will be making a remastered version of my original take on the Optimus rant. So that's why I have this theme right here, this Optimus persona of sorts, right? It's right here. It's very nice. I like it. I'm a fan. They're a fan. It's all good.
You're a fan of Optimus?
I mean, I used to watch his thing and be like, it's okay, right? I don't really hate him at all. It's called a rant, but it's more like critiques. It's just rant. This comes off like more flashy and it'll catch people's attention as a video. You know what I mean?
I mean, like I'm someone who rants regularly, so I get it. People enjoy it.
Yeah. It's all about playing the YouTube game. But speaking of playing the YouTube game, Jazzer, what the fuck happened to you before you disappeared? I was watching RFC, and I think they went over one of your videos, and I don't think they were a fan. Because after I saw that, I went back to that video, and holy shit, there were a ton of dislikes on it. So what the fuck happened?
Okay, so look, here's the deal. I've been getting dislikes since day one, okay? And I came to understand that that's just the way it's going to be if I'm going to go this path. So I found it pretty okay. I was like, okay, I understand I'm getting dislikes. It doesn't matter to me. People can have their opinion. I understand the videos I'm making are very, like you said, you earn credit points for calling out a pedophile. Well, me, I was trying to defend, in people's eyes, a pedophile. So that's why I would see that I had so many goddamn dislikes. And on top of that, people were making videos on me, talking all this shit, saying this, saying that, saying everything they can pull out their ass, right? And so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, that's just the way it is. I mean, that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and in doing that, we all of us collectively together figured out a bunch of shit about a bunch of
So
people.
glad that you didn't hear, because I thought that shit was what made you like stop uploading so much. I was like, oh fuck, did he really like give up
No,
because of the fucking hate?
what made me stop uploading is it's really just the amount of work that I was putting in for each individual video. You got to think about it. I was uploading once a day, and I have work. I'm a bartender. I work late, and I have my own hobbies that I like to do. And so, uploading a video a day, it takes me maybe an hour, 2 hours to record. It takes me about an hour to research. I would say hour and a half to research. About 3-4 hours to edit an entire video. Maybe like 30 minutes to actually make a good title, make a good thumbnail. And so all of that every single day, it was just too much for me. And at the time, there wasn't enough Call Me Carson information to justify the work for the output. So I just stopped until this happened recently, and I've been back on it. So yeah, it wasn't really because I was getting so much amount of hate. I was getting hate from my very first video.
Okay,
and my very
that's
first,
good.
my very first video, it really wasn't me. I was ignorant, and I really just wanted to get through the YouTube algorithm. I had been doing YouTube for about 2 years, and I was tired of just getting 100 views per video on my shitty gaming videos. So I was like, okay, I need to make a change. I'm going to say some stupid shit that's crazy out of the water, and it's going to get a lot of views. And it did. And from that point, I was like, okay, I made a shitty video. Now I can progress to make good videos. Okay, I'm sorry that I had to do that, but I had to do it to break through the algorithm. Now I can actually progress and help the situation that I put myself in, or help the Call Me Carson situation that I've invested myself in. And I think I've done that pretty well.
Well, so like I get what you mean about getting a bunch of fucking hate for like. I remember when I did the video on Pyrocynical, right? And it was literally just. Look, I thought Pyrocynical was legitimately creepy for some of the shit that he was doing. But there's a big difference between being a fucking creep and being a child abuser, right? There's a big fucking difference, right?
Yeah.
And I said that, okay? And I remember the first video I did, it got a bunch of people liking it, but it got spammed with dislikes at first, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I got picked up by other people. And I didn't know at the time the video was going to do that well, right? I had no clue at the time the video was going to do that well, but that was my opinion. My opinion didn't change. I did another video on it, right? My opinion stayed the same throughout. And I criticized Turkey Tom. I got a bunch of views on that one. Opinion did not change. But I remember I had people like saying, because I saw the comments like, you're just defending this guy to get like views. I'm like, I had no clue that defending the guy was going to be that popular of a fucking take. Because I guess everybody was fucking crucifying him,
But
and nobody was looking at it
Crow?
objectively.
You know what, Crow? Even if that was a part of it, like this is what's wrong with that though? Really, and if you're legitimately putting out what you think, right? But you're also getting that benefit. Why would I don't think you should submit to that kind of guilt. It's like it's what people always freaking do. I mean,
oh yeah, I
after
feel
a while, it just gets really irritating and boring, so it's like I think anybody that gets hit with that should just keep doing it, honestly. If it's like I feel like it's just like a guilt kind of thing at this point. I've seen it enough times, and I just keep on pressing forward with it.
But believe me, when I see those comments, I'm just like, okay, fuck you. Like because it'd be one thing if I was legitimately changing my opinion to gain a bunch of love and support. Because I remember when I defended Pyro, the Pyrocynical people loved that, right? When I defended Carson, you have people that like were mad defending Pyrocynical, turning around and going like, but Call Me Carson's definitely like guys, come on. Like you've learned fucking nothing.
Yeah,
right?
They pick and choose. Like I think that's why you shouldn't bring these allegations to the entertainment sphere, and I call YouTube an entertainment sphere, because I've learned that facts really don't matter that much to the casual audience, and
Yeah.
neither does innocent until proven guilty. It really doesn't matter.
No.
Unfortunately, right? It depends. It
I
depends on the person as well.
Do you remember fucking the John Swan fucking video people were clowning on? He used the innocent until proven guilty as like a term. Most of it was like, oh my fucking God. Like people only want to use innocent until proven guilty to defend the people they like. And if someone they dislike, they want to join the mob. Or if someone they don't even fucking care about, they still want to join the mob because the mob's popular. Right. And I hate people that are like that, right? You have to be consistent with it, even if it means defending someone that you don't like, even if it means standing up against people that are in a bigger group than you. At the end of the day, you either believe that you need solid evidence to condemn people, or you don't, and you just like joining a fucking dog pile. And if you want to be part of someone who like joins the dog pile, that's what you're about, at least be honest about it. Like, I'm not going to sit there and agree with you. I'm not going to sit there and defend you. I'm not going to sit there and be on your side, right? And if you're being criticized, I'll probably laugh at you, right? I'll be honest, I'll probably fucking laugh at you if you're somebody who thinks it's okay to use innocent until proven guilty to defend me, but everybody else I'm going to fucking just dogpile on. Fuck them, right? I want to be part of the in crowd. Like, I'm not going to fucking do that. Like, even when I say, like, even with the narrator stuff, right? Yeah. It's my opinion the guy's a fucking pedo and he displays pedophilic tendencies.
Oh my God.
Can I say 100% the guy is a pedophile and he's touching children? Like, no, Jesus I really can't. Christ. No, I can't. I can't. I literally cannot. What I can say is the dude's gotten involved in some weird situation with minors. And to be frank, I would never allow that person near my kids. I would never. I would never like.
I know this is going to stray away from the topic for a second. So like when you're done, let me know but I really want to touch on this real quick.
No, you can go. You can go.
You don't mind? All right, cool. And it's regarding Jazzer. In fact, somebody pointed it out in the chat. They say they understand the hate for you is more so because your quality is low. And like the only thing I have to say to that is, well, so is Optimus's, and nobody is complaining about him, like at all. Hello, Mr. 1 million subs, right? Mr. 1 million subs.
It's easy to dog. It's easy to
that's
dog
why I'm
on the
like,
underdog.
I'm not really like, I'm not really about, at this point, like I said, I don't hate Optimus so much as I think he's not setting really a good example, but I'm not going to grandstand about it. I'm just going to point it out in a video and be like, that's about it. I added a little more tweaks into the video because I've been spending like a couple days on it, but generally that's what it is. It's like, yeah, if you want to say Jazzer has low quality content, I mean, you could say the same about, Optimus, even my friend Diesel. You could say the same about Diesel. Like,
I mean, like, look, I'm very open. My content is
my content is shit too.
I barely do edits in my content. If you're watching my content, you're watching it for me. Like, that's it. Right? If you're watching John Swan's content, you can say you're watching it for John Swan, but let's be honest, you're watching it for the production value in his videos. Like, a lot of people compliment the shit out of it to the point where they would ignore like the fucking Chris Hansen video. I liked it. I thought it was very well edited. I thought it was very entertaining. I also thought that they were making some serious fucking claims that they couldn't fucking back up.
I have to add more. There's another person in chat said, Jazzer's pretty good. He's just really bad at communicating information. So is Optimus. Yeah. That's one of the major gripes people have with him. Like I set up a poll and I did a community tab, and they're like, I'm a former Optimus fan here, and he's just really bad at conveying shit, specifically drama. Right, and if you remember, he goofed up the pyro thing as well. Yeah. Not as bad as Prison Mate Dipshit, but he did also because he's one of those daily uploaders. And that's what Diorio said about the daily uploaders and why he doesn't personally like them or think that they should cover serious allegations, because they don't do enough research, or they can't, rather, because they need their daily upload schedule so they can goof up here and there. Yeah.
Like, I think it's okay if you're a daily uploader and you want to comment on a situation as like a commentator, right? But you got to be very fucking careful. Like when the James Charles stuff came out, like all I said was like, look, this is the stuff for him. This is the stuff against him. This is the issues I have with it. And this is what I think is a really solid case against the guy. But I wasn't like, he's clearly innocent. This guy's making the whole thing up, right? You cannot take such a hard fucking stance on something you've just looked into for like less than a fucking day, right? But the thing about
Yeah.
being first is you have to be out there. You have to have the fucking take. And yeah, it's gonna lead to you making some serious fucking mistakes if you do that, right? And if you fucking believe it, right? You got to be more careful with it because the thing is, you just don't know. You really just don't know.
And I'm starting to realize that, right? I'm starting to realize that for me, you know, because I mean, I've been under the mindset that I'm a small channel for a while, but it didn't really hit me until I'm like, well, I mean, I'm almost at 20K. I'm like 17K, so maybe I'm like, you know, maybe I should put a little effort because I don't want to like, you know, goof up a story. I don't want to become a prison mate Luke, basically. I had to take a long look in the mirror and say, do you want to end up like this fucking piece of shit? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna change how I do things a little bit, right? And I don't want to do the stale shit that Optimus does. I'll give him this though. He is like he has the ability to talk about random generic topics, trendy topics or whatever, and he has enough wherewithal to fucking do that on a daily basis. I commend him for that because I couldn't spend my time gossiping away like that. You know, like maybe if I was getting paid the amount of money he was, but you know, still, like I couldn't do that. I couldn't spend all my time doing that shit. I have other things to do. I have better things to do. But if I could give him that, I can acknowledge that. You know, he has time to do that. More power to him.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually really glad iJazzer is here. Like, I get what you're saying, right? First off, I will say this. I do somewhat disagree with just making a hot take just to break through the algorithm, but I get it.
Yeah.
I do.
I disagree with it too. It was more. Look, goes back to the thing that I was saying earlier. There are things in the world that I don't like, but that's just how it is, and there's nothing you can do to change it. And that goes with the algorithm. If I make look, let's say my quality value is fucking through the roof. I make one video maybe every 2 weeks, right? And I start my channel. I'm not going to go nowhere unless it's some shit that literally is like insane. Like it's literally like groundbreaking. Fucking Keemstar fucking has sexual interaction with a 10-year-old. Some shit like that, right? But it's not going to be. So either I have to really, really clickbait the shit out of something and pop through the algorithm and say, guys, I'm sorry, I had to do it, but now I'm going to make, you know, at least decent content. I mean, somewhat.
Well, what I mean is like that's going to get used against you no matter what you do in the future. Because people are going to find that video and they're going to be like, look, this is the thing. This is the stuff he's willing to put out there knowing it's wrong. Right. Like that's what I meant.
I think you can afford to screw up more when you're smaller and make those takes. But I think that at a certain point you might want to like, you know, switch it up a little bit. That's what I'm planning to do.
Yeah. But doing it one time though, I understand where you're coming from. But like the thing is, people are going to fucking accuse you. Like, even if it's an honest take, but it's just not a popular one. Right.
Exactly.
People are going to accuse you of fucking, you know, making the shit up. And I'm like, well, no, I mean, like, that's just how you feel about a situation. Right. Like, you're not, you just have a difference of fucking opinion on it. Right. Like, I don't get heated and angry with the people that pop in, like, leave a nasty comment. I just start laughing at them. I had one guy like drop a comment on my video going like, you have the most disgusting comment section. Congratulations on defending a sexual predator. And I was just like fucking dying. Right. I'm like, I think you're a fucking clown. And I laughed at you like I would laugh at a fucking clown. Like, I mean, that's just how I feel about it now. Right. Mm-hmm. But you should never feel like if you have a legitimate reason for feeling a different way, just express yourself and don't worry about, you know, don't get me wrong. Don't have terrible mic quality because I've had bad mic quality in my videos. It gets pointed out a lot, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. But like, don't worry so much about the production value of your video to the point where if you've got a decent take, if you've got a decent opinion that you want to share, look, at the end of the day, that's what people should be watching your content for. They should be watching it for you, right? People watch John Son's content for his edits, right? That's what he was good at.
Yeah.
The deep dive stuff and everything, don't get me wrong. There were things that I really did agree with. I thought I did a great job on. There's other stuff where I was like, people are just agreeing with him because he's John Swan. Because he's saying some objectively stupid shit that he really can't back up.
Yeah, that's the thing with people. They'll end up doing that as well. It doesn't sometimes like it doesn't really matter like if you're the most dishonest person ever, well, or if you've had some shady, bad takes. Well, let's just say bad takes, right? Let's just say it doesn't matter if you've had some bad takes. As long as you're saying something that the people want to hear, the people will overlook that and get behind you. That's another thing that I learned. So it kind of goes back to, people are difficult, man. People are really difficult to handle on the tubes. They give you mixed signals on what they want. So yeah, I think it's true. You do have to just voice your opinion ultimately, even if you get backlash for it. It's better to do that, right, than trying to appease to everybody, knowing that they can flip on you like on a dime. So that's what I try to do, right? That's what I'm gonna do as well. I'm just gonna do it a little more refined. And don't shoot me for this, but I will say I've seen some of Tom's videos, and I feel like I want to take a little bit of inspiration from it, because the edits is not bad. Like, the edits aren't bad, the scripting's not bad, the pacing's not bad. I like the use of lo-fi beats. Yeah, I like the transition, and I don't know if you've ever watched it.
Even when I was criticizing Turkey Tom, I still said I'm a fan of his content. Right? I thought his take on the situation was really fucking bad. I thought the way that
it
he was
doesn't look like
he's
changed. I don't think he's changed his mind either.
No. He clearly.
I'll give him that. He's
that's the thing, right? Like I don't think that he needs to listen to me and change his content because I criticized it, right? Like, no, he had a take that I disagreed with. I did my video talking about it. In the future, if he has a take that I disagree with, I'll probably talk about it again. And I will say this, at the time when someone pointed out my video to him, he did actually respond to me, and he was willing to like give his reasoning for it. Even though I disagree with it, I can respect that. It wasn't like he was just saying, "Oh, I hate the guy. Fuck you. You're stupid." Like, believe me, if it was that, I would have been like, "Well, fuck you too, buddy." Like, you know what I mean? But like, I don't hate somebody for having a different opinion than my own, right? As long as they can explain why. Right? If I feel like you're just doing shit for the sake of like dragging people, then I'll be like, well, you're fucking awful. You're a fucking monster. That's not what he was doing. Right? I gotta respect that.
Yeah, I think he legitimately fell into the whole I think I'm gonna help this person because I feel like they're getting dogpiled and stuff.
Good night, D9. Thank you.
And maybe I'm pretty sure he does still think Pyro's creepy or something like that. That's probably another thing that contributed to it.
Well, I think he's creepy too. It's just like I don't think the guy's a fucking predator, Like, that's like where it's just like the guy's not a fucking predator. You want to say he's creepy? I'm fine. Just not a predator.
Did you watch his video on Swan?
I didn't watch it. Yeah, I haven't.
I watched part of it.
You saw he lost 1,000 subs today?
No way. He did not.
It's so fucked up.
He did?
Wait,
wow.
Play, dog.
Tom? For that video?
I don't know if it's for that video. For whatever reason, he lost 1K. Dude, it surprised the shit out of me. No, it wasn't even bad.
I know, but like I said, like people.
Look, I'm gonna send it to you, San. I'll send it to you. Hold on.
They change. This is what I mean. They change up, man. They're very. They're just like.
I'm genuinely surprised.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Like, a part of me is. The other part's like, well, this is what I was just talking about, Crow. This is what I was talking about. This is how people are.
Yeah, his views went up though. Like, but then again, he hasn't been uploading for a little bit. So
yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. He hasn't been uploading for a little bit, and I think there were a lot of people that wanted him to come back and make an apology. Clearly, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not going to.
No, he's not going to.
After what I saw on the Diorio stream, I don't know if you saw this. He had a stream with Diorio, commentary tier list. It doesn't say. Like I said, like the way he was talking. Oh yeah, no, he definitely still thinks.
I'm not. Look. I'm not saying he has to apologize. I'm just saying I think there were people that were hoping he would come back and apologize because they really had issues with how he handled that shit.
Yeah,
but clearly he's
I think it's smart that he didn't. Honestly, I think I
think it would be worse for him if he did.
Yeah, it definitely would, because then at that point it'd be like, oh, we can do whatever we can. He pointed this out in the first video he made when he came back. It's like you don't want to be a slave to your audience. Like Corpse Husband pulled that apology right off the bat, even though he really kind of didn't have to.
No, he never needed to.
And Dream with that whole, I think it was the Native American thing, he really, really kind of didn't have to, but because of the audience that they target and what they're in.
We got hit for that song, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I know we did. I went back and watched it. All the audio is fucking gone. I was like, what the hell? That's like,
nothing I could do about that.
You pissed off all the Navajos, bro. Like, fucking told you not to play.
I still had fun. I still had fun with that shit.
Yeah, it's 1K down. Oof.
I can't believe he lost it, dude. I was just like, whatever. The only thing I really want to hear.
He'll gain it back.
He'll bounce back, dude. I don't really doubt that. But like, yeah. Why is it funny?
Insider.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! Fuck that guy.
No, dude. Anyway. Shit, man. Fucking Sen ruined my train of thought. No, what was it?
Sorry, you'll bounce back.
It'll bounce back. My train of thought will come back.
He said the Navajos. Dude, so gay.
That was worse than what we did.
Yeah, so much worse than what we did. Like I got a copyright claim and I was just like, whatever. Like, I don't care. I removed it so that I could like monetize the video, right? Or monetize the stream, but I still don't think it let me. So I was kind of like, well, that was a waste of time.
Oh, I remember. I want Turkey Tom because I wanted him to, which I feel like he will. I wanted to see if he's going to make a video about the Keemstar or talk about Keemstar in general, because, you know, he never commented about what happened on New Year's. Yeah. Where Keemstar went nuclear on the commentary community. So.
He probably will. It would be a missed opportunity if he didn't.
I think Keem kind of fucked him over with the French girl interview. Because he ended his video off on a cliffhanger with that.
He was like, there's more to come, and Keemstar said there was, but he never showed up with it. So, what can you do?
Yeah, I think this Gengar's a dragon type motherfucker with these crits.
He looks like that.
Why is Gengar always OP in Pokemon now? Like,
dude, he's just like that wasn't OP. That wasn't an OP. The motherfucker crit me.
No, but he's really OP now. He's really good, ain't he? Like, he's really.
I mean, yeah, he's also a fucking dragon type now. So.
Oh my god.
He's just popular. Bitch. He's one of the popular ones.
Yeah, he is. Well, so I don't know. This game's a lot of fun. Like, honestly, I'm glad I poisoned that motherfucker.
Did you talk about Burger King or Sammy or fucking Slug?
Oh, I was starting to. Honestly, I played a joke on Jasmine today. So I showed her the first message, right? The one was like Burger King sent out.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay. So I sent out the Burger King tweet. I was like, "Women belong in the kitchen." So I sent her that photo. I was like, "Burger King said it." And she goes, "Burger King has shit food." So I sent her the image of the entire conversation. She's like, "Okay, that's cute."
We're eating Whoppers tonight.
Context changes that entire conversation.
Did you see KFC was fighting with them? Like, delete that shit, fam. Like, look at. Did you see that,
dude? I don't know who's running these social media accounts, but like, maybe corporate should step in and do something.
John Swan's manager, fucking Sam's running KFC.
Cobra.
Yeah. Cobra's Wendy's. Like, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I'm like, look, I get it. I understand the message and everything, but like, you got to be fucking tone deaf as all fucking shit to put that out there and thought it was a smart fucking thing to do. Can I catch this motherfucker? Hold on. I think I can yet.
I think they just relied on Rage Bait to spread the shit out of it.
No! Oh, I wanted him to get the experience. No!
Well, and he's still not dead. Look at him. He's just sitting there like, fuck you. You see? Like,
fuck you, Gengar.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Just like a certain somebody's channel just went down. It's gone.
Oh, Sammy Vapor Studios? Yeah, we were cheering about that. We were cheering.
Yeah, so what happened to this guy?
Dude,
my fucking God. Or can you give him the rundown on Sammy Vapor?
What, in general or just the channel?
I gave the chat the rundown, but we got more people watching now.
So we got into a beef by proxy because of fucking Steve. We always get into a beef because of Steve, and his fucking enemies become our enemies. And Steve actually covered it extensively. He did a stream on it today. It's really good.
I know Slug bowed down.
He did. That was, that
was the smartest thing he's ever done.
Well, I think it's a little bit too late for him to bow down, but
I think there's a reason why, and I think I know it, but I can't say it.
Dude,
Oh,
Angry Slug Redemption Arc wed.
Yeah. Oh shit! Did Jazzer leave? Oh, Jazzer's
Yeah,
back.
Jazzer died. Oh no, he's back.
He's back.
Cool.
All
Cool,
right,
cool.
But no, yeah. So anyway, fucking, he got his fucking channel terminated for hate speech, which I was like, what the fuck did he say? I don't know what he was gonna say.
I don't. Oh, the game is Pokemon Xenoverse. Check it out. It's like completed. It's a ton of fun. They have Garochu in this game. The evolution of Raichu.
Good.
Yeah.
He needs that in generally. So.
But
Oh my
you can
god, is
only-
that John too? Jazzer and John?
Yeah. We got
Oh,
Jazzer
shit.
and John. We got
Yeah.
all the clout tonight. We got Sen. We got
Yeah,
Jazzer. We got Toy Bounty Hunter.
Have y'all ever seen that old video? I'm sure, or you've seen it, right? The guy's like Snorlax fucking owns that guy.
Yeah. Why do you always bring up this weird shit from back in the day?
But it's Pokemon related.
Okay, that's fine. So whatever.
But you don't remember? He's like, when the guy is saying like, look at his Pikachu. He's like, that's not Pikachu.
I remember watching people do like crazy shit. Like they did Jackass fused with Pokemon, so Pokemon were doing Jackass stuff.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So it's just a piece of internet history, man. We got to keep those things alive, man.
John, did you hear Angry Slug's apology to Steve?
Oh, it's
I
fucking
did.
hilarious.
I did hear that, even though I don't know a whole
I'm
lot
so
about
sorry,
guy.
Steve. You gave me all these opportunities, and I can't. And I fucked up, Steve. I'm sorry. It's just you gave me all these. I know you weren't expecting this video. Just please forgive me, Steven.
Where is Steve, by the way?
He told us to go fuck ourselves. That he
Yeah,
didn't
he
stream
did.
without
Yeah.
us.
Really?
He says he's gotten too big for the crows. So
No, yeah. Well, he said he was going to be on, and then he just didn't show up. So he probably went to bed.
yeah, no. I love Steve, but he's got to do his thing, right?
He doesn't like us, dog. He said he's like, I'm tired of the fucking birds. So
He didn't. No, he didn't.
yeah, he did. Dude.
He
You just didn't hear him.
He would never say that.
Okay.
Maybe he was referring to you. Okay.
Nah, dog. The birds. Your name is
Yeah.
literally Crow.
Yeah, I think he was referring to origami, which is a type of penguin.
No, it's not. I wish it was, but it's not.
It's literally a type of
Unfortunately.
penguin.
It should be. It really
Yeah.
should be.
It would, right? The aura penguins
That'd be fucking dope. Oh my god.
would. They'd be like fucking Lucario.
Wait, so Sammy Baper's gone now from
Yeah,
YouTube, right? Yeah.
Okay, so it's really funny. Not funny in the like, haha, fuck that guy, but funny
It's
in the sort of
surprising.
like, no,
Yeah, 'cause he's small,
Somebody
right?
else got their channel terminated by YouTube today, and then
Yeah.
you showed me that, and then you showed me the image of Sammy Vapor's channel going away. I was like, holy shit, is that Sammy?
Yeah. No,
Like
yeah,
I almost
fucking-
left a comment, and I was like, wait, is that Sammy or not?
well, I'm glad you didn't fucking do that.
Oh my god! Can you imagine how bad that would have been?
Well, nice try, Sammy. Rebranding yourself only to get taken down.
To like go to this random guy who just got his channel term and go like, guys, don't support this motherfucker. He shared fucking CP to
Hentai.
children.
Fucking hentai, bro. Hentai. Like,
Yo.
fucking,
Did you ever? Hey, real quick. I'm sorry, my bad for interrupting. Aura, did you, Crow?
Yes.
Did you ever find out, get to the bottom of that one account, that Twitter account?
Oh yeah, we were talking about it with Jazzer today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, there's no confirmation if it's real or if it's fake. I think that there's too much there to say that it's real, right? But that doesn't mean that it's real or fake. The fact of the matter is, there's no way of telling. But it looks very suspicious. And I was talking about with Jazzer, they used the same excuse with me about how they couldn't come forward because they were being threatened, right?
Mhm.
So, you gotta just make your own opinion on it. I would say that anyone who says like this is 100% Sam at this point is playing kind of a dangerous game, in the sense that there's no way of proving that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But I mean, that's all you can really say.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see because I think Jazzer covered it as well. So
Yeah.
I think he has a video.
Well, Jazzer got fucking Keemstar dropping a comment on his video.
Yeah, gotta check
Yeah.
that shit out. Jazzer.
Which is hilarious.
Drop a link to your video in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Hold on. It's gonna take me out. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. I want people to see that shit. I gotta go check it out myself. So.
Oh, you didn't watch it yet?
No, I didn't know it existed. I was listening to what you guys were talking about. So, Jesus Christ. So I don't know. Yeah, he got terminated for hate speech. I don't know what he could have possibly said.
Something hateful?
Yeah, but dude, like, what the fuck? Could you imagine if it was the Crow puppet and he was saying like Crow this, Crow that, and they took that as a racist term and they just fucking muted his channel?
I would fucking die of laughter. I would fucking die of laughter if that was the case. Like, you have no clue how fucking hilarious I would find that. Oh, look at that ugly ass Meowth.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking nasty looking.
I know. I caught one. I could use it.
No, man. What else? The Burger King shit. Yeah, the Burger King shit. KFC fought with them. I don't know what else did you have on the docket. I can't remember.
Oh, no, I think that was...
Because you didn't watch the Turkey Tom thing. I thought you would have seen it.
I watched the Turkey Tom video.
Did you? Did you like what he had to say with the John Swan?
I thought some of it was kind of revealing about John Swan, right? Because he mentions, and I don't know if this is really the intent of the video, but he mentioned, what was it? John Swan had basically reached out and just immediately started networking with all these channels, right? Yeah. And so I don't think it was like the main point of him bringing that up. But, I looked at him like, son of a bitch, that keeps on happening. He's double KOing. It's so fucking annoying. No, nobody gets the experience, you asshole. Well, at least I got some rare candies. I'm just gonna level this thing with rare candies. Fuck it. He mentions, like, when John Swan reached out, he was reaching out to all these people in the commentary community and trying to network with them like right away. Right. And I don't think that necessarily means anything on its own, but I do think it's interesting that, his original intent in reaching out to those guys was like to promote himself. He started networking with all these channels. So to me, I'm trying to figure out a way of wording this. It just seems like his main goal with those guys would never really be their friends. It was always about himself. Right. Which I don't necessarily blame him or anyone for doing that, networking and trying to build yourself up. I get that. That's part of the hustle and everything. But it also, tells me, yeah, of course he fucking stabbed him all in the back because he never gave a shit about him.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, because there's always a correlation between internet friends. Like, I don't know, dude, you and I are a weird fucking case. You do know that, right? You are aware of that, right?
Wait, what do you mean?
Nobody just goes out and be like, okay, hey, look, you should do YouTube and I'll edit your videos for fucking free. And here's my accounts to all this shit. Like, nobody does that. It's just me. That's just me. You know that, right? It's weird. Like, you had a weird startup to your channel. Like,
because you're an awesome guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not the point. Like, fucking, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm like,
what were you trying to say? Because all I heard was you're awesome, and you were kind of like doing a little humble brag there.
No, dog. I'm trying to say that internet friends are very weird. So, like, what is it? Just because you become friends online doesn't really make you friends. Does it? You see what I'm saying?
Well, we're friends, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're a weird case. God damn it, bro.
Yeah. No, it does happen. Yeah. There's only one, outside of you guys. I think there's only one other person that I've made as a legit friend through YouTube. That's a fellow content creator that we've actually, that we've met in person a couple of times and stuff like that, and hung out, and actually we'll talk regularly offline. So
I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't want to say their name.
It's Aura.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, but Sean and I are friends, yeah, but that's not who he's talking about.
But it does fit you, like, to a T.
I don't know. To an extent. I would say to an extent.
No, it fits you perfectly.
No. My friendship with Broly is even weirder because I remember I just like fucking I was like, hey man, you should do this meme. And I gave him my Crunchyroll account to do it. You know, I just gave it to him. I don't even know this fucking guy. Just like I gave him that shit.
Yeah, you're always giving us your account for shit. It's great.
I wanted him to do a JoJo meme and he never did it. Like he felt like he had to absorb the content.
I did like how you gave me your Verve account.
Yeah.
And so just so I could watch One Piece. And I was like, oh, dude, you're awesome.
I don't think that's why I gave it to you. I think that's just what you ended up doing with it.
No,
like,
I said that I didn't want to use Crunchyroll anymore. And you gave me the Verve account instead.
Yeah, some shit like that. Even though Crunchyroll owns Verve.
I know. But I was like, but regardless, the end result was I got to fucking watch One Piece. And like that was the very first thing it was so I could do a One Piece watching party or something.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's how Sammy Vapor Studio showed up.
Sammy Vapor showed up.
That's the fucking most ironic
Dude,
part.
Okay, so I finished up a stream one night, right? And I was like, okay, everybody meet me in Discord. We're gonna watch One Piece together. And fucking Sammy Vapor's in there.
I think iJazzer is back.
Okay, hold on, let me add him in. Okay, so we're doing this watch party of One Piece. It's like me, fucking Steve, Danny, I think, and fucking this guy Sammy, right? And Sammy Vapor just like starts talking about how, oh, wouldn't it be cool if wouldn't Luffy like stretch his dick out? It's like, you guys want to watch some hentai? You guys want to watch some hentai? You want to watch some hentai? It's like nonstop the entire fucking episode, and like talking about how like fucking hentai with Luffy and shit. Right. And I was like, oh my God, this is creepy as shit. And
did he ask the age of anybody in that group call, by the way?
No, it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, okay, I'm out. Like I couldn't even get through the fucking episode. I had to fucking bail on my own fucking watch party because this guy was creeping the shit out of me. Like I said he creeped me the fuck out. And the dude like immediately got all pissy with me. I was like, dude, you're literally asking a bunch of strangers to watch porn with you. Like you're fucking weird.
Dude, I wasn't there. Thank Christ. That was one of those streams I didn't make it.
Lucky as shit you weren't there for that.
No, he got mad at me because I asked him if he wanted to come on and settle the fucking beef between him and Steve. Like,
yeah, that was that like 30-second video he did with you, right?
Yeah, because I asked him if he wanted to come on.
No. And I was like, oh my God, you're such a bitch. It's like, yeah, I don't think that was the power move you thought it was.
No, dude, like, and what is it? I was like, you could have just responded no on Twitter. Like, fucking, you know, he made a video and sent me a link to his video. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's a fucking no then. I don't care. It's on you. I'm literally trying to help you out. But whatever. No, and then he made the puppet. And everyone I wanted him on for that puppet.
Dude, that puppet was creepy as shit.
That's probably what got him terminated.
I wanted that puppet though.
That puppet probably got him terminated. That was probably his undoing.
What the fuck? Did he name the puppet Jim?
It was a big black bird named Crow.
Oh my God. Or I immediately got the fucking joke you were making.
It took me a second. Probably. I don't know what he named it. I don't know what he did with it after that. Imagine he wanked that with that fucking puppet every night.
I mean,
that's a disturbing fucking thought.
No, he made the puppet underage and everything. Sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself, dog. Oh my God. Remember that fucking shitty interview?
Want to.
Huh?
I said you could, you just didn't want to.
No. I mean, dude, he was a weird guy. He's a weird guy.
You could have stopped it any time.
Crazy. Where is Steve? He needs to be here for this roast. I don't know how the fuck he's not. But
hit him up.
Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry, Jazzer. I just saw the link here. Let me plug it into the chat. Guys, this is iJazzer's interview with the person running the Sam account. Listen to the entire thing. Make your own decision if you think it's the real Sam or not. I've given my opinions on it.
Oh, Soge, that's so sick.
But it's best to watch that thing in full. And I'm not highlighting that comment from Soge. But I'm not highlighting that comment.
I'll read it for you.
No, you will not. You will not read that comment.
So we can end up like Sammy too, you know? Like
remember who was that fucking idiot, right? Who was like criticizing us and going like, you need to put age restrictions on your content. That was like,
fucking
it's like
Dead Academia.
no. Yeah, that fucking idiot. I was like, I'm not going to put age restrictions on the content that literally says 18 and up. Don't watch it if you're under the age of 18, because the topics I talk about, right? Well, you got other people who don't even bother with that, and they're much fucking larger, right? Oh man, I hate that idiot. Dead Academia will be the next person to fall. We've collected Sammy Vapor's head, right?
Like that's it. It's like, if that's what you want to say, sure.
We've collected fucking Angry Slug's balls, right? As he fucking debased himself.
Well, actually, to be fair, you gotta call it what it is. You mean Steve has? You know what I'm saying? So
Steve.
you guys have by proxy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, there are
have
enemies by proxy
Steve
too. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck Steve and all the bullshit he put us through.
So that would make 2 people that stood against us. Who else do you think? Who do you think is going to be next?
Let me think.
Think hard, child.
I'm not too sure. I have like several answers.
This thing is the Gyarados of this expansion.
That's what it is. It looks so fucking weird.
So these guys that were basically detractors of y'all's have basically they failed recently, and it seems like they've done it completely to themselves. You guys didn't actually have to do anything.
We didn't have to do shit. That's the best part.
They for real.
Themselves. That's the best part of this entire thing.
Latchkey, who got gore? Well, what is it? Angry Slug by proxy. He ended up apologizing to Steve for whatever reason. I don't know what did it. I think I know what did it, but I can't talk about that shit. Plus, it's like Steve's business. And
actually, I wanted to say this. Did you see Colton's video on Repsion?
Which one? Is it the same one that he constantly re-uploads?
It's the one that he just did recently today. Because I was there for the premiere. Because I guess after Repsion came forward and said, "Oh, it wasn't CP," because we screwed up on the math, he then turned around and went with, it was CP, and I don't care what anyone says. I'm like, dude, leave that kid alone. Like, leave that fucking kid alone. You're fucked up at this point to keep doing that shit.
Well, he doesn't know when to leave well enough alone, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Everything was fine until whatever reason Repsion said that. It's like he constantly stirs shit up for this particular reason. I don't fucking get it. I don't know what possessed him to do that.
Yeah, I fuck if I know. But at this point, like, I get that you don't like Colton, just fucking ignore him. Right?
No,
I get Colton does a video on you, right? But you're continuously keep lying about that fucking kid. And it's like, I don't know what you want me to say. You can't issue an apology, even though you've already admitted fucking fault. And now you're back to accusing the kid of the same shit that you've already admitted you were wrong to do. So I don't know what the fuck about that guy.
Well, it's what kickstarted most of this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I just say you were fucking wrong. It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. And so you have to go out there and you fucking keep fucking accusing that kid of fucking CP and shit. It's like, and I can, like, you can tell in the video, fucking Colton is pissed off and angry. And I'm like, I get he rubs people the wrong way, but like, I completely understand why he's so pissed off and fucking angry with all of them. Like, you fucking accuse that kid of doing something gross and disgusting, and you refuse to back away from it.
I mean, he's gotten better from when we first met him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if you watch that video, you can tell he's fucking angry in it.
Oh no, I would imagine. Like, dude, I've been there for a while now. Like, I know how he is with this situation. So
yeah,
that's why I'm saying I don't know why Repsion even said that. So
oh god, yeah, it's just such a fucking joke. I swear to God.
Well, it's gonna enable him to do stupid, like, stupid shit. Like, Colton's gonna act in his fucking feelings. He's going to, and it's not gonna like lead to anything good.
No, and the thing is, though, at this point, I completely side with Colton. Like, if he says anything, if he wants to keep fucking going after these guys, I say fucking let him, right? Because You're clearly in the fucking wrong, and you don't give a shit, right? You're clearly in the fucking wrong, and you're okay to keep lying about the kid. You know, I said to Colton, like, you know, back away from the situation, you know, and they just keep fucking going at it, right? Like, Colton's a fucking kid. Repsion's supposed to be the fucking adult here, right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that gives Colton, you know, free reign to say and do whatever he wants about Repsion, but like, dude, at this point, you've already admitted that what you accused that kid of was wrong, and now you're back to fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you're gross and you're fucking disgusting. You should absolutely be called out and fucking criticized for it. And there's no excuse for anyone who wants to sit there like, look, here's the thing, right? John Swan fucked the credibility of every fucking commentary channel over, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely fucked their credibility over. Even though you're not involved in the situation, even though even if you never fucking commented on it, what John Swan proved as being one of the most reputable fucking channels out there is that even someone like that can be an absolute gross and disgusting fucking liar. So now you have fucking Repsion, who just continues to lie about this kid, continues to fucking do it, won't fucking apologize, even after admitting that they made a fucking math error.
Yeah.
And made a big fucking oopsie doopsie, is going out there and fucking goes right back to accusing the kid. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you deserve to be fucking called out. And you're really fucking mentally deficient to be doing it in an atmosphere where everybody knows that you should not be trusting everything that the fucking commentary channels say without questioning it.
I mean, like, I want to watch the video for myself before I like chime in. You know, like generally, you know, my opinion, because like we've fucking covered this for a good portion of last year.
Oh yeah.
But
oh, he also said thank you to you.
To me?
Yeah, well, he said thank you to both of us, but he mentioned you too. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's nice. Thank you.
I figure I should let you know that
before I watch it.
Before you watch it, yeah, he says nice things about you.
No, well, that's nice. Thanks. But no, yeah, that, and you know, because like I was gonna say, you know, Repsion has the popular opinion on his side, so that shit doesn't matter. But you know who else kind of gets like shat on a lot? That I kind of don't get it, and like Sen, you could chime in if you want, because I think you know him better than I do. But Harley gets shat on a lot.
Harley's made that whole shit into a fucking meme at this point.
At this point, yeah, I don't know. I was checking on.
Aura, did you break up? Aura,
no.
He lagged out again.
He'll be back.
He will. No, okay, but you know what he was saying about, you know, Repsion has the popular opinion on his side. I mean, that's the problem, right? Like, because the guy's got the popular opinion on his side, you got people who just will not fucking question it. How long is that going to fucking last?
Well, that's whole thing, and we've talked about it before about commentary channels that grow that big. They have a hard time admitting when they're wrong about a situation because they feel they're going to take a credibility hit, and you know, to a degree, from an optics standpoint, that could be true. It will look bad on them, but it's not something to me that I see as a game ender if you admit to being wrong in a situation. And just, you know, yeah, you'll have egg on your face in the moment, but it's not like the whole John Swan thing, right? Which is the most recent example. That was really something that could have been completely avoided if he had just said, yeah, you know, it was me. I only had 6K subs around that time. I shouldn't have done it. I was being stupid. You know, I thought it would never really be talked about ever again. You know, I mean, I didn't think it was something that would ever honestly come up because of the fact that I was such a smaller channel. But yeah, you know, it was me. I trolled, whatever. You know, it is what it is. And that's it. Like, he didn't even have to really apologize for it. All he had to do was just acknowledge it and just move on from it. You know, yeah, like I said, he would have probably taken a little bit of a hit because, again, there's always those people that want you to walk on water when you're creating content, right? That you have to be absolutely perfect for them, or you have to live up to their perception of you as being this perfect content creator. So yeah, he might have still got hit, but it wouldn't have been as bad. You know what I mean? He would have recovered from it. You know, he probably would have lost a couple subs, but he probably would have bounced back by his next video, right? By his next little video expose or whatever content he uploaded, he probably would have bounced back from it. He probably would have even gotten more traction after that, because that's what'll sometimes happen too. You know, we saw it with people that you've even covered here on this channel, right, Crow? The growth that they got back. Like, I think Pyro not only got the subscribers that he lost back, but then he also like get a massive boost in subscribers as well. After things kind of started to blow over.
Yeah.
Was it him?
Yeah, no.
I think you covered that, right?
Yep.
So it's not a kiss of death. You know, I mean, if anything, it'll show that you have integrity if you're willing to admit, okay, look, I was wrong. I got this all completely wrong. You know, this kid, the stuff I said about this kid, Colton, you know, I was completely wrong about it. I apologized to him, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, even if it's not.
I mean, it just shows some form of humility.
Humility, and it just shows
fucking perfect.
And that's it. That's the main thing. Exactly. Nobody is perfect. It's okay to get stuff wrong. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you're consistently getting stuff wrong, then there's probably no hope for you. And you probably should
like Luke,
reconsider.
Like mate Luke. Like he just goes off.
Yeah, at that point you should probably reconsider if this is what you should be doing or not. Especially if you're trying to be a person that is going to be looked at as some kind of credible creator in this space, right? But if it's a thing like if you're just going to troll about it, or if you're just going to be, creating edgy content around it, then I guess and you don't care about credibility, then I guess it doesn't freaking matter. But because there is, I'm sure, a market for that too, right? For people that just spout nonsense about stuff and don't really substantiate anything.
I mean, yeah, John, did you catch Turkey Tom's video on Swan?
No, I don't watch that dude.
Okay, well, what is it? He lost 1K. He lost 1K from that shit, which, like, I don't know if it's specifically from that video, but I'm genuinely surprised that he lost anything.
I mean, I'll watch the video. I mean, I don't like. There's nothing against the guy. It's just like I just don't. He's just not on the radar really. I don't really. I saw his videos, the ones that you guys had covered before in the past.
Yeah.
And I had seen one other video of his, the one where he talked about the one, the one I'm talking about, or the one where he was covering somebody that he said, it was verified by like some forensic something or other, but it turns out it was really just some kind of seminar or something or other. It was like a conspiracy theory video that
the Monkey Jones one?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. And I was just kind of like, okay. it was just bad. And then, it's like the same thing you mentioned earlier with John Swan, Crow, when you were talking about his Chris Hansen video. What I see in John Swan is a guy who he makes his stuff. I don't really even, at least those videos, right? Like the Chris Hansen one, and I think the one before that, I don't really view them as commentary so much as entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
view him more as entertainment, because if you look at especially his Chris Hansen one, it's entertaining. I think it was well put together and stuff. It has compelling information in it, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I just look at it as a conspiracy theory, because he didn't substantiate anything that he said about Chris Hansen. I mean, he led you to a certain conclusion based on what he had, so that you could perceive it that way. But he didn't have any kind of smoking gun in there that said 100%. I can, even though he says it, he's like, this is irrefutable proof that Chris Hansen is just like, no, it's not. That it's not irrefutable proof that Chris Hansen had any involvement in that. You know what I mean? That's still pure speculation until you can produce a freaking DM from Chris Hansen that can be verified. And even then, there's still always going to be plausible deniability, because obviously Chris Hansen's never going to cop to it.
I don't know, for the dude who was criticizing Hansen a lot, he practiced a lot of the same fucking things. You know what I mean? Plausible deniability to work. I'm just being a dick, to be honest. But like, he likes to make documentaries too. He likes to bench. I don't know. Something about John, like, especially with his fucking pattern of behavior, dude. Like, I don't know. Remember when they got mad about the fucking what do you call it? The A-Stars thread. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah,
Like-
when he was running defense for
Yeah, like when fucking Diorio and Augie were talking about that shit. John was like memeing on them until Diorio got pissed. And he's like, you know what, fuck it. He got mad at John Swan. He's like, okay, let's take it to DMs. I apologize. Let's just calm down now. Let's calm down. Like every time the fire gets too hot, he would always just like jump on and be like, all right, let's take it to DMs. Let's just calm down now. Let's just stop. So,
well, for him, like his image was like the most important thing for him. And that's just fucking done. And like I said, watching Turkey Tom's video where he talks about how John Swan basically appeared on the scene, it makes a lot of fucking sense that he would be that way, right?
Yeah.
Because his entire interaction with all these guys was always about benefiting himself. Right? It was not about being friendly with them. It wasn't. I mean, sure, I imagine he enjoyed, hanging out with them and everything, but it was always about building himself up.
Yeah.
Well, like I
yeah.
don't know.
Well, I
'Cause,
mean,
like-
and we saw again with his actions regarding the whole situation, he really thought that he was going to get one over, and the goal was obviously to try to build a more substantial sized audience out of the whole situation. He was looking to grow again. That's the way I see it when it comes down to it. He thought he found something that he could use.
I can't prove this, but this is my theory, right? I think he was trying to leave the whole situation on to be left open to interpretation.
Well, yeah, because then he would still gain some subscribers out of it. He would still, again, look, if he could at least, like you said, right, leave it open to interpretation, or at least leave it at a point where people have reasonable doubt to, where they could question Dream on the situation and be like, oh, Dream is kind of a snake. First he cheats and now he does this. I mean, that alone, if he's able to plant those seeds, that's enough for him. That's enough for him to get subscribers. That's enough for him to get views out of the situation. That's enough probably to get him some more Twitter followers and a couple other things. Because they'll be like, oh man, he took this guy down. You know what I mean? To some people, that's the way they're going to perceive it that way.
To add to what you're saying too, what if Keemstar did come out and debunk John? Like, did he have that screenshot? If he didn't, do you think, because I think again, he would have used the people who are beefing with Keemstar, like Nick Diorio and Augie and all the commentary community, really. He would have utilized them against Keemstar as well. And, I don't know if Keemstar would have been as successful.
I would have said this, right? If Keemstar went forward and he didn't have the screenshot and he just said that it was out there, I think at the very least they would have questioned John. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure John would have just lied, right? Because John was more than willing to lie through his fucking teeth. Yeah.
He absolutely would have. I mean, you could tell even confronted with the truth, right?
Yeah.
Or the fact that at the very least, even confronted with the idea that Nick, obviously Nick, he knew Nick had something, even though he didn't know exactly what. He didn't know how much, to what degree. And like you were saying, Crow, in a previous stream that you did, he was obviously trying to fish for information. He was trying to see if Nick would reveal exactly what he had. But he knew that Nick had something.
All right, so I'm addressing somebody in chat. So basically, we were talking about Turkey Tom's video about John Swan. Now we're talking about the John Swan shit. So that's what's going on for anybody popping in. Go ahead, John.
And no, but even faced with that, where Nick is basically telling him, and maybe not specifically, but he's telling him, "Look, I already know, man. It's done. He's basically telling it's over. Just tell me the truth, and we can still find a way out of this." And Homeboy still was willing to lie, and he was still with it, like you guys said, with a smile on his face.
An option at that point.
In the second call, when Nick finally blew the whistle.
I mean, at that point, he didn't have a choice. I mean, like, he didn't have a choice. He had to keep lying because he was so fucking deep in it.
Yeah.
There's no coming back and saying like,
he's still,
sorry.
He still did have a choice.
Oh, I mean, like, did have a choice. I know, but my point is, like, in the way he's looking at it, right? I'm not saying he's right. I just mean the way he's looking at it. It's like, I don't have a fucking choice. I've already lied. I've already put out a fucking audiobook on the guy. I've already told everybody he's a liar. I've already made all these fucking statements. I can't fucking come out now and say I made the whole thing up. Right? Because the guy's got no fucking integrity. I'm sure if he got outed when he first started going like, oh, it wasn't me, it was this 12-year-old fucking autistic kid, right? I'm sure that if it had come out like immediately, hey, you admitted to doing it, he probably would have said, oh, I mean, like, look, it's not that big of a deal, yada, yada. But like, it's way too fucking late. It's way too fucking late, right?
Yeah.
Like that's my point. He's fucked himself. Like, he's absolutely fucked himself. There's
He
definitely
he backed himself into a corner for sure, and he thought like you said, yeah, I'm in too deep. I got to take this all the way now. There's no way out for me. But the thing is, there was, and honestly, at least in my view,
well, if he
Nick
had
offered that
integrity, sure.
But Nick offered him one last chance. Nick was like, listen, I can still help you. Just tell me the truth and I can still help you. And his last hope, because Nick was the last guy to speak with him before finally it becoming public, the last opportunity he had, he was just like, nope, still not going to do it. And then on top of it, when confronted with it, he's just like, no, this wasn't the way. This wasn't the way. And it's just like, bro, how are you going to try guilting that man for holding you to the standards that you fucking agreed to when you became a part of that fucking group?
I'm sorry, Latchkey, thank you for the super chat. Why isn't there audiobooks?
Because they're not real. They're all fake.
I'm still blown away by the fucking balls in that guy. To fucking go out there and do a fucking audiobook.
Could you imagine he comes back and the name of his next thing is That Wasn't the Way?
I mean, there's probably already a channel. Like, he probably have to rip off somebody. But Latchkey actually asked a good question. Did Alex ever recover? Wasn't he the last commentary person who was exposed and affected multiple? He affected multiple people. He did recover because he's now a part of this like online podcast called the E-Boys and shit. So he's a part of like this big group. He managed to stay like afloat. So
yeah, but wasn't that guy didn't he already have millions of subs when he did what he did?
A little bit. Yeah, he got 1 million subs, but everyone thought like he was being legit. I don't know if he ever dipped underneath 1 million. So
yeah.
I don't know.
But the thing is, Swan is not that big, and the thing is, the guys that he burned.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to let him live it down. If he tries to come back and tries to fugazi his way through stuff, I don't think that they're going to point it out. You can tell they're going to point out they're not.
He's not going to be fucking forgiven. I mean, that's the thing, dude. The guy lied consistently and would not come forward and just say the truth.
But yeah, about something completely inconsequential.
I think he'll be forgiven. I just don't know if he'll be trusted. That's what I think.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't think he should come back and try to do the same kind of content. I think he should move on to something else.
Just be a memester. That's all he should do. Is just meme. He should just meme Death Noodles. Fuck it. I think people will embrace him better that way.
Yeah. I mean, that might be the best way for him to come back, is to just completely focus on somebody else. Somebody that's probably just as disliked or more disliked as he is.
Well, I mean,
it's probably going to be his best opportunity to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. There's really no other way that this guy just comes forward and like everyone's like, oh, well, we forgive you. Like, I don't think that's possible. I should say everything is possible, right? But like, I don't think there's any way for this guy to just come forward and say like, guys, this was all a big misunderstanding and mistake, and I screwed up, but I'm owning it. And, like, I'm just seeking your forgiveness. Like, dude, you willfully, happily, continuously lied to people.
Either one of two things happens, right? He comes back like nothing happened, right? And continues to do what he does. He comes back, he makes another statement or some kind of video where he talks about the dark place that he was in when he did all this.
Oh, yeah, the shit with his family. That was fucking golden. That
Yeah,
was fucking
And
cool.
who would believe that after he made up an autistic 12-year-old? You know, who the fuck is going to be like, oh, yeah, he's got family problems. I'm like, dog, no. Like,
Yeah,
that's not the way. This ain't the way, John.
Yeah.
That part fucking that blew my fucking mind. I swear to God. I'm sitting there going like, what do you fucking mean you have fucking family problems? It's like he's literally telling you to give your sob story, and you're like, oh yeah, I mean, I got so much stuff going on at home. I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude.
Which you did not even mention previously.
Oh, God. That was the worst fucking part of it. That was the worst fucking part of it. I'm sitting there going like, you are so brain damaged right now.
Well,
you
he
are
defaulted
fucking
to
brain damaged right now.
He defaulted to something that he was hoping would get him some kind of sympathy or would get him, would give him a pass on the situation. And it's like, nah, man. And that's the thing that boggled my mind the most too, was how he was trying to make Nick feel bad about the situation. It's like, bro, why are you trying to guilt him, bro? It's like, these are all standards that you agreed to. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
fucking Nick
You
bitch
have
slapped
to
him
man up.
immediately. He fucking bitch slapped him for that immediately. He's like the guy who just said that Pie Man was like suicide baiting, right? It's gonna pull some shit out his ass about family problems. Like fucking
basically
he got him really good.
Yeah, tell him, you dumped on this kid for something that you thought was him exploiting sympathy, right? But here you are doing the same exact thing, but in a different way, by saying, oh, I'm having family issues right now.
I can't believe I didn't see that the first time. But then again, I don't watch John Swan streams and shit, but I can't believe I didn't see that part where he's like, oh yeah, Pie Man, he said he was going to commit suicide, but like he didn't. So it wasn't genuine. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, that was the stupidest thing. Like, when I saw that he had said that, I'm like, this dude.
Yeah, I remember saying,
I thought that was one of the stupidest things that he said. I'm just like,
oh my fucking God.
I was about to channel some John McEnroe. You cannot be serious. It's just like that. It's just like ridiculous. So if Pie Man had offed himself, I guess he meant it.
Sorry, I know I shouldn't laugh, but like, how else do you take that?
No, it's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. I was
yeah,
like, oh,
what the
genuine.
fuck would John? What would have John Swan said then? I've just come to find out that Pie Man is no longer with us. I guess he meant it. It's just like, what the fuck, man?
No, you want to know what he'd do? Oh my God. I'm in my opinion, what he would do is like, he doubled down. He's like, he must have had something to hide then, like fucking.
No. Imagine he did it, but he wasn't successful. It's like, I guess he pussied out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, he scared John away with that one.
Yeah, for real. He left. He did
Oh
not a part of this. Not a part of this.
Okay, well, we've been going for almost 2 hours. I want to play one video, and it's from Pie Man. Before we head out for the night.
Are you going to play us out with that? I think.
Yes.
All right, then I think it's the same video I was about to send you. Yeah. Let's do
yes.
It. Let's do it. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Oh, I gotta queue it up. It's gotta be all ready. We gotta get it. We got to get it ready. Okay. So, John, we're playing out with something. Hold on. Okay.
I got disconnected.
It's okay. I thought I scared you away.
You came back just in time for us to leave.
Yep. I heard you guys.
Okay. All right, guys. Enjoy.
Oh, that's not the right one. Whatever.
Oh.
Up your Premiere Pro videos. Yeah, I'm Nicholas Diorio. I'm pretty cynical. Hang on, I'm hungry yet again, but there's nothing in my kitchen. I have a crippling addiction. My mess is critical. So you're a good guy, give me lots of food, guy. Just can't get enough, my chest always pains. Why? I'm not fat type, typing in the chat type, making my biz mad hype, making keep down mad type. I'm the fat guy. Okay. I'm the fair guy. 50K subs, I'm on a roll. Who should be the next one exposed? Maybe when I paid for 10 burgers, but they gave me 9. Arguing on SFTP and on an after-hour stream debating's my second talent after my eating skills. So you're a good guy, give me lots of food, guy. Just can't get enough, my chest always has pains. Why? I'm the fat type, typing in chat type, making my face mad hype, making Keemstar mad type. I'm the fat guy. Okay. I'm the fat guy. Okay.